Hello and good morning from our hostel in Antigua, Guatemala. We got here very late last night after a series of unfortunate flight delays and turbulence, but we've made it to Antigua. Everybody is getting ready for the morning. I have showered and I wanted to just show off the room a little bit better because it's daylight now. So right outside of our room is sort of a communal area and we are in the room and everyone's back. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Cool. I had the top bunk, Lilo had the bottom bunk, Dennis had the bed, and we're going to go, I think, to like a pharmacy, probably to pick up some stuff. I tried to plan as much as possible for this. Packed a lot of warm weather, cold weather clothes, and then I have this right here, this bag for, passport, money and whatnot. This is what we all filled out at customs yesterday. I just wanted to show this. Brennan hit a Bidoof in my bag. So this is our door right here, and then this is the hostel. There's like a bar back in here, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. And then apparently a pool. And this is just sort of like the social area, the congregation portion of the hostel. There are more like rooms upstairs here. There's the pool. And this is like the front desk check-in area. This is where I actually rented a towel to use. And you can rent a bunch of useful items. So this is the Tropicana hostel. And we are just walking down the street heading towards an ATM. This is pretty awesome. Just walking through the streets of Antigua, heading to an ATM, and then I think the pharmacy. Okay, so we got some money out of an ATM. There's selling some fruit over there, and we're walking past this beautiful, I think, Parque de Centro. We were driving past this last night on the way to the hostel. This is beautiful, and we're heading way down here, I think, and then going to the pharmacy. So we made it to this arch, which this is pretty iconic, I think, in terms of Antigua. There's also a bunch of like random stray dogs walking around. So we've walked through the arch, and now we're turning around. And look at that reveal with the volcano in the background. You can sort of see a little bit of view of the volcano back there. We are going to be hiking a volcano today, as well as tomorrow. Okay, so we took our pictures, and now we're, I think, heading to the pharmacy, maybe? We need to get something to drink because we have not really had anything to eat or drink today. Okay, so we just stopped by this store to get something to drink. I got a little aloe vera. The guys got some Gatorades. And now where are we going, Dennis?
We're gonna get some street mango.
So the arch is way down there. We're back over by the park, and I think we're getting some mango down here. So that's where we just stopped. And what do we have there, Dennis?
Got some mango and papaya for us, all natural. Because I was just amazed at the quality of fruit I was having in Brazil. So good, so ripe all the time.
So we're trying to find a nice place to eat our papaya and mango. This is beautiful. Here, this is absolutely incredible, just the architecture. Okay, we're sitting at this bench, and we moved benches over here by the fountain. That was so good. So the papaya was delicious, but that mango was just incredible. This is a very interesting fountain if you look at the particular architecture of the water mechanics, I suppose. But yeah, I think now we're gonna go get some coffee and then head back to the hostel. So now we're walking over to this building, which is pretty significant. I forget, when we were dropped off at the hostel last night, our guide was pretty much telling us all about Antigua, but I didn't pay a lot of attention because this was a lot. This cobblestone road here, just it was jostling me around. So we're going to get some coffee, I think, like I said, and then heading back to the hostel. We do have a hike that we're doing in a few hours. We need to get some food. Okay, so I just stepped inside that store back there. It was a pharmacy to get some like band-aids and moleskin and just prepare for our hike that we're going to be doing today and tomorrow. So Dennis and I came back to the hostel. This is our room right here. We're going to be meeting up with Lilu. We went ahead to the cafe. Let me out! We're gonna drop off our stuff and go get some breakfast. Isn't this interesting? Just that they all have bars over the windows. So I climbed up on my top bunk up here just to sort of show what the room looks like and just how spacious it is. It is pretty spacious, but we do not have air conditioning, which is why we have the window open right now. This is my first time ever at a hostel, so it's a very different and new experience for me, just the communal aspect of a hostel, and then the amenities that they do and don't have is different, but I'm trying to get used to it. So really quickly wanted to show off the toiletries that I ended up bringing for this trip, just because I'm pretty proud of how over-prepared I feel like I am, though I will probably feel a little bit different after we do all of the hikes that we're going to be doing. I brought, again, a lot of clothes that are hopefully going to be beneficial for the trips that we're going to be going on in terms of recreation, but I feel good. I feel nervous about the hikes, but I'm excited. I think I'm going to bring this with me and just like have it be my little buddy during this trip, just because, again, Brennan just hid it in my bag and I found it at the airport before leaving MCO. So this is fun. What I really missed out on last night, just when taking the shuttle to our hostel, is just really getting to see the architecture of just Guatemala City and then Antigua. It's beautiful. I don't know if this is the volcano that we're going to be hiking at some point. Do you know, Dennis? This massive volcano next to us?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Okay, so now we're in this cafe. We met up with Lilu, who's here with a friend at the moment, and we're getting some breakfast. Look at this beautiful breakfast bowl. We got some coffees and chai teas there. They got some breakfast sandwiches. Okay, so now we're heading back to the hostel. We just met up with Lilu's friend and Lilu. We're back at the coffee shop. We had some breakfast and some coffee. It was delicious, and now we're going to explore Antigua a little bit. All right, so we made it back to the hostel, and in here is one of the bars. There's apparently a bar upstairs too, but I noticed this. This is sort of fun, just this wall of interesting activities, right?
Interesting activities.
That was the bar over there. We're gonna go up the stairs in just a minute, but they have a courtyard back here. This is cool, Dennis. Just look at this architecture. It's very quaint and relaxing. There's some hammocks back over here. That's really cool. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Whoa! Okay, we're gonna go upstairs to this patio, I think, up here. So we're gonna go to these stairs. This is pretty cool. Ouch! So we have a lot of beer and alcohol here. Okay, cool. So there's a little bar. Have a look at that view of the volcano. So we are not going to this. Oh, we can go up even further. We're not going to be going to that volcano to hike that one. Those are the stairs that we just came up, and there's the pool way down there, which you can kind of see right here. There's the entrance to the hostel. This is cool, Dennis. How awesome. Just gonna do a quick panorama. So over here, I think that's where we were a little bit earlier in this area. Okay, Dennis is going to do a pull-up. What? Look at him pounding him out. Dennis, you're embarrassing me. I think there's a staircase over here. Maybe not. Can we not go that way?
I guess not.
Whoops. So the volcano that we are hiking today is Volcan Pacaya, apparently. Right, Dennis?
Yep.
Cool, and that's gonna be like kind of a warm-up hike for the hike that we're doing tomorrow. Then we're back to the room, way down there. This is the bar again, and this is the kitchen, which apparently is open for hostel guest use in here, so that's pretty cool. That's the kitchen right there, and I presume that this is a staircase, just 2 more rooms upstairs. This is, again, over by the hammocks here and just the outdoor area. I think that a majority of the rooms are going to be just the general hostel rooms, where it's sort of like a shared room with multiple people. But we were fortunate enough to get our private room, which is, again, right here. That just overlooks the pool. So that's our room right there. And I want to go up these stairs that are right outside of our room. I'm just going up backwards, sort of awkwardly. There's some more restrooms and showers up here. But this is where Dennis and I just were. This is the upstairs bar that overlooks the pool. So we've left the hostel, and now we're heading to like an overview of the city, I think, Cerro de la Maria. So our hostel is pretty much on the other side of Parque Central, Antigua, Guatemala. And we're just walking around Antigua. This is so relaxing. All right, so we're back at this arch that we came by earlier to take some pictures. It's a little bit busier now. Some more street vendors. There's the arch down there. And we're still just walking through Antigua, just sort of following Dennis. We're passing by so many different shops and bars and restaurants and vendors. I think we're heading right over here. So we came from way down there, and I think we're getting close to where we're going. I'm just sort of following along at this point. This is sort of cool. This is like a park here, and I think we're just heading up here, maybe? Or are we going this way? Dennis is figuring it out. Okay, so we just continued heading straight. I don't think this is where we're want to end up, but this is also pretty cool. I have no idea what this is, but this is pretty neat. I think we're wanting to head like up here. Okay, so we were way over there, and now we're actually heading up this road, which is pretty steep. So we are hiking up one of the steepest inclines I've ever hiked up in my life.
I wonder, can we...
Oh my god.
Is there a way to show them the plane? It's
I don't think so.
This would be level.
Yeah.
It's like
Which
this.
is ridiculous.
Get your protractor.
You cannot tell. That was pretty ridiculous. Just that incline. It's somewhat leveled off. So I think we're taking this trail over here because it does kind of continue to go upward. So this is much more the speed of a hike that I was hoping for. This is much more pleasant. This is, again, our warm-up for our hike today, which itself is a warm-up for our hike tomorrow. I think that we made it, or at least we're getting pretty close. This is incredible. Look at that view of the volcano with Antigua right there. That's what we just hiked. So we came down to the bottommost level, and this is what we're looking at right now. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I think, so there's the arch way down there, so our hostel is somewhere in this area, I think. There are a lot of really notable locations here that we can see. The Arco de Santa Catalina, that's the one that we were at earlier. What? You're taking a selfie?
Yep.
So this is Volcan de Agua, and sort of over here is Volcan de Acatenango. I think that's what we're doing tomorrow, and we're taking the pedestrian walkway to get back to La Antigua, Guatemala, because we just went such a weird, unnecessarily complicated way. This will be much better. So we're heading back to the hostel because that's where we're going to be taking our shuttle to get to the volcano that we're hiking today. We might have dodged a bullet though by avoiding this staircase all the way up here, but the gravel incline was also pretty challenging. So we made it down the mountain and we're heading back to the hostel. It might take a little bit longer because we scaled it on the other side of the mountain. It's interesting, there are like ruins just pretty much everywhere. I might have made a quick stop to get some refreshments here. Some water. So again, that was Cerro de la Cruz, which you can't really see it, but it's way up there. Which again is a warm-up for the cruise the hike that we're going to be taking in about an hour. We need to get some water. Though we did stop into that shop back there, but it didn't have water. We need to get like big 2-liter water bottles for a hike today and for tomorrow too. It's sort of interesting. They have the lower like 5 feet of these trees painted white, which I presume is for traffic, just for, I don't know, the visibility of cars, probably their headlights. That's where we just were, way up there. We just stopped at another store to try to find some water, but we decided to just go back to the place that we were at originally, earlier. Okay, never mind, we totally just stopped inside this store here to get our waters for tomorrow, so we have like 6 liters. So that was a nice stop. And there they also have a lot of snacks that I'm very tempted to get, but today was, or just that stop was all about hydration. So we made it back to the Central Park area. So right around the corner is our hostel. Here we are, we made it back to the hostel. And that was very quick because now we're heading to get some snacks to bring with us. Our shuttle gets here in about half an hour. So we're back over by Parque Central. And we're looking around this convenience store to see if we can get some snacks. So we got our snacks and I got some more mango, which Dennis is awkwardly devouring. And yeah, now we need to go catch our shuttle, right?
That might be better than earlier.
Of course, Dennis wanted to stop by one more convenience store to get these Doritos right here because I don't think we have those back home. Alright, so we're gonna shuttle heading out of Antigua. Where we're doing that. Oh my god, it's bouncy. This is what it was like last night. We're officially out of Antigua, heading towards Volcan Pacaya. We're finally on like an actual road, and now we're passing through another town. Heading on the way to Pacaya. This is really cool. This is Santa Maria de San Jesus. Looks like we're it's incredible just to see the culture. We almost made it out of town. Look at this, there's just a parade of dogs on the road. Yeah, so I'm just following behind we're waiting to go on our hike. Did he say how long it was going to be?
2 hours up, 1 hour back.
So I'm pretty sure that this is Pacaya, right here. And this is our group that we're walking with. This is the welcome center here. It looks like, and then we'll be starting on the trail. Ooh, the air is a little thin. So we're waiting to pay. I believe right now we should be seeing Catalina, but I wanted to show what I brought in the backpack here. So I got some different snacks here. Got this one, some of these. Got 2 quarts of water here. And then, of course, the doof. Okay, so we're officially starting our hike. And it's cold, we all have our rain jackets on. But we're excited to have some fun. The ground isn't too bad. I was a little bit worried about it's raining because I just have my sneakers here, but I have my Charmander socks. So it's raining a lot harder. Right now we might not be able to go all the way up to the top just due to the storm, but we're gonna try to go as high as we can, I think. How are we doing, boys? Yep. It's quite the experience. So stop for a moment. We sort of take refuge underneath this covered area. We'll have some snacks, have some water here, and then I think continue on. Hopefully you can hear me in the camera right now because I just had it in my jacket pocket, but we are just absolutely soaked.
There's one dry spot on the list.
Yay, one dry spot. So I'm trying to record this for some reason, but we're about halfway there right now. We took our rest, had some snacks, and the rain's letting up a little bit. This is sort of the first opportunity to see somewhat of a view from up here. And we're just still going up. Okay, so we took a minute to stop. Way over there, then this is going to help me point, is
Volcán de Agua.
And then over here,
Past that ridge, Antigua.
Cool. We are pretty high up here and we're continuing on up, right guys? It's very cold and windy and still raining, but I think we made it. So never mind, we're still walking and there's, can you see that, sort of? I don't think that's what we're hiking to, but that's where we're heading. So we took a quick stop here to this covered area. I don't know how much farther we're going. I don't even know if you can hear me right now because it has been pouring down rain and probably covering up the microphone, but this has been really fun to kind of stop and record a little bit. So this is really cool. It's stopped raining a little bit. It's still raining, but it's stopped pouring down rain at least. This is incredible. There's this rock. Okay, so right now, what are we doing, Dennis? Oh, you have a mouth full of marshmallows. We're eating marshmallows. Yeah, so there's a, hope you can hear me right now, but right over here, there's like an opening, and we're actually roasting marshmallows using this opening and the heat of the volcano. So now begins the long walk back down the volcano. I don't think I'm gonna record the descent just because it's still raining and I already recorded the ascent up to the volcano where we roasted some marshmallows, which were so warm and delicious, and you can actually feel like the heat coming off of that back there. That was really cool. So something I wasn't going to record on the way down, but it's really starting to clear up a little bit so you can really actually start to see all the mountains and the various cities. That's so cool. Way back there, there are just so many stray dogs. It is incredible the amount of stray dogs that are just roaming around Guatemala. It's actually really cool. So once we make it back down, we're taking the same shuttle back to Antigua. I'm still out of breath. And then we're going to, I don't know, probably relax around the hostel or Antigua tonight. All right, so we made it to where we stopped earlier when it was pouring down rain. So we've almost made it back to the very bottom of the mountain. And it's probably only going to take about 45 minutes, I'd say. It took about an hour and a half to make it up there. So that's where we just were, way up there. And we have now made it all the way back down. That was fun. Of course, now the weather is incredible and beautiful, and it feels fantastic. So we're heading back to the shuttle right now. What'd you guys think?
Woohoo!
Was it fun?
Nice. It was awesome.
Yeah?
We hiked up the volcano.
We did.
One of those experiences you don't forget, you know?
Getting
You're doing
soaked,
it, you're like,
hiking the volcano.
It's so miserable, and then at the end you're like, I remember when we did that.
Back in the shuttle right now. Heading back to Antigua. It should take about an hour or so. And we are back up the roads. Which means we are back in Antigua, almost back to the hostel. We are back in Tropicana Hostel. We made it, so we are heading back to the room to relax a little bit. We're playing My Chemical Romance right now. And Dennis just asked about our shuttle tomorrow, and it is leaving much later than we anticipated it leaving. Okay, so we just all showered, and now we're heading outside to catch an Uber, apparently, which should be right here. Okay, so we took our Uber, and now we're just sort of here walking along this road. What we're doing is, oh my god, they're just walking into the darkness. They want to do some laundry at Lilu's friend's house, the friend that we met up with earlier today for breakfast. They want to dry their clothes because everyone's clothes are completely soaked, but Dennis has a jacket that he really needs to use tomorrow for our hike tomorrow because it's going to be very cold. So we're using his friend's dryer and then going to get some dinner. So right now we are walking to dinner. There's Lulu with his friend up there, and we actually picked up a couple other people too. So it's going to be a social evening tonight. And this is where we are apparently having some dinner tonight. It's like an Italian place. So we had some delicious pizza for dinner, and now we're heading outside, sorting back to Lulu's friend's house to collect Dennis's and his laundry, and then heading back to the hostel. And just like that, we're back at Tropicana, heading to bed. So I'm back in the room. Dennis and Lilu actually ended up going to get some drinks with one of Dennis's friends from the hostel, I'm pretty sure, but I wanted to stay in the room so I could try to dry off my shoes and my backpack and my Bidoof because everything got soaked today. It was a fun day, but the weather was definitely not in our favor. Tomorrow, we are going to Acatenango and doing that hike. We originally thought we were going to have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, but our shuttle isn't until 9:30, I think, tomorrow morning. So that is really good. We can sleep in a little bit because that hike is definitely going to be very intimidating. We're actually going to do that hike and sleeping at the top of the volcano tomorrow night. So we'll be coming back to this hostel after that hike, but that's sort of like a multi-day experience because it's a pretty big deal. But today we went to the Arco de Santa Catalina, I think, and we sort of explored around Antigua. We went to the Cerro de la Cruz, and then the big hike today was definitely the Vulcan Pacaya, which was fun. Again, it rained, it poured pretty much the entire time. I don't even know if you could hear most of what I was trying to say just in that experience, just trying to summit that volcano, but it was a really cool experience. We got so cold and so wet, but we got to roast marshmallows on a volcano. That was really cool. And yeah, today was our first day in Antigua, and it was fun. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.